guys, welcome to the Backlog podcast number 60, and today we're going to be talking about EVO 2023. Now did you guys get a chance to actually I feel like we watched a lot of EVO, or at least I did this week, and I was there all 3 days for the most part, watching just amalgamation of fighting game episodes or matches.
I missed a fair bit.
Yeah.
You literally can't watch it all. You can't. There's multiple
like if I tried to watch Mortal Kombat, I'd fall asleep. So that was off the table.
Right.
I mean, that's been true for the past like 5 to 10 years. I can't see why that wouldn't have changed. But no, it was cool. As I said, I mean, it's the 1 year I have to Google how to multi-stream because there's so much going on at once. It's hard to track it all. But yeah, no, it was cool. There's a lot of awesome main tournaments. There's awesome side tournaments. Hell, there was even like a Mega Man Battle Network tournament. So there's everything.
What? I guess I'll have to check that one out. All right.
It's kind of amazing.
There was a Maxi Boost 2 tournament too. So yeah, I mean, if you're into hyper obscure anime shit, EVO had everything for you.
Maxi Boost 2, huh?
But yeah, no, it was really cool. Like the Street Fighter matches were amazing. The Tekken matches were good. There was a lot of mirrors, but there was also some really cool and diverse top sixes. So yeah, I want to say top 8.
Seeing Coney. I'm so sick of seeing Coney.
Yeah, no. As I said, this was literally I think they said at the end it was the biggest open tournament ever. It might have actually been the biggest esports tournament ever in terms of participants. So
huge attendance.
Yeah, attendance was absolutely insane. And it showed. And honestly, all things considered, it was handled pretty well. You know what I mean? Like, there weren't any big drops. And like, we had our commercial breaks. There was a lot of commercials, but I've seen years of EVO where like we had like signal outages and stuff went down for a while. So I'll take some more commercials if the stream isn't a blow up, and it wasn't.
Yeah.
So it was pretty cool.
I heard Punk the Fraud somehow got a bad monitor again. Unlucky dude. Seems to get it at every event. I can't believe they actually switch out the monitor right before he plays.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's a good option select.
It is.
So
he can't win if he's lagging.
But did you guys have any particular like favorite moments from EVO 2023 that you can think of? Quintessence, did you have any favorite moments you can think of?
Honestly, I was a big fan of all of the reveals. Like, so many games were just popping off during EVO. They're like, here's this. And you're just like, oh my god, there's so much going on.
Yeah, absolutely.
That was my highlight. I felt like a lot of the Street Fighter wasn't super interesting because we're still in this just like drive rush lockdown meta, and I'm not about it. But it was cool seeing a bunch of Chun-Li's.
Fair enough. Yeah, Hi Tani had a great Chun-Li.
Represent.
And
what was it? What did Leffen win? Leffen won Guilty Gear.
Yeah, won
Guilty Gear, yeah.
Yeah.
That was actually pretty cool.
He has now joined the
very surprising.
Yeah, well, I mean, it wasn't. It wasn't because I mean he's been a very good Guilty Gear player for a while.
It was surprising how hard he went on Guilty Gear this year, though. And he's just like, yeah, no, I just want to be number 1 in Guilty Gear. It's like, oh.
But I mean, he did it. I mean, he's now a multi-game EVO champion, which is a very very rare rarefied air.
Speaking of EVO champions, freaking Arslan Ash in Tekken just casually putting another freaking notch on the EVO bedpost.
Yeah.
As he just destroyed everyone.
Four-time
way to a very, very convincing victory.
Yeah, four-time EVO champion, and I think the only 4-time
player, I guess.
Yeah, of all time. But I feel like this isn't a fair title. And I know it sounds weird, but the years that he had won EVO were 2019 and 2023. and he won EVO Japan 2019 and EVO 2019. He also won EVO Japan 2023 and EVO 2023. So I feel like it's not fair to count EVO Japan.
Yeah, completely agree with disagree with that.
You're trash talking EVO Japan?
No,
I don't know.
Damn.
I just think like if it was like if he won 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, whatever, 23, I would be like, okay, he's clearly dominant. But he was just on for 4 years straight, where EVO Japan didn't really exist until a few years ago.
Yeah, but the fact that he won EVO Japan, which a lot of just silent killers come out of the woodwork that don't travel, absolutely speak to his talent. So I would say, like, if you were to stack up, like, I don't want to hate, I don't want to be like that, but if you were to like look at the average level of competition in EVO Japan and the average level of competition in like the EVO US, taking out internationals, I don't know. I mean, EVO Japan's probably got some pretty crazy people that just like live in the woods and only play fighting games and don't go anywhere other than EVO Japan. So
what do you think Japan is?
Yeah, exactly. You just come down from the mountains after trading Guilty Gear for years and just destroy it.
Is that
so,
I can't tell.
Japan's got a lot of mountains. That's where you do your ninja and fighting game training.
Oh my god.
But no, like for real, I gotta say, like, I mean, Japan is the mecca. They're the home of fighting games. They're people that have just been fiending on fighting games for like 30, 40 years. And like, yeah, they're probably salary men with like kids or grandkids now, but that doesn't mean they're not like beast mode. So I mean, the fact that he won in EVO Japan absolutely speaks to his talent, and I would say right now he's probably, you know, the #1 ranked Tekken player in the world, which, you know, kudos to him.
I think he literally is the #1 ranked Tekken player in the world right now.
Yep.
And that's fine. That's cool. That's great, man.
Yeah, those are the questions.
Marvel 3 was awful.
I
enjoyed it. I personally enjoyed it.
I am so sick of watching Zero loops.
I don't know.
Loops, Zero Fruity Loops all
over
the place.
I was okay with it up in the grand finals.
You don't like Zero May Cry?
Yeah, I hate Zero May Cry.
That one dude with Iron Fist on his team, that was a sick team.
Yeah, that's fine. That was cool. I watched some of that. I was like, this is sick. Somebody's trying to, like, you know, make something else work, and then here comes Zero May Cry, just bulldoze in, and then we have our finals.
I was gonna say, like, I mean, I think someone made a really cool suggestion last time I saw a thread about Marvel 3, and that they should do like a ranking thing where like you get scored less if you use top tiers, so like it encourages more like low tier teams, just to like kind of spice up the game, because who knows if we're ever getting a Marvel 4. I think that would be fun.
What I would propose personally is a point-based system, and so you have like super high tiers like Zero and like Dante, have them like cost X points, and you have a point pool which you can spend on your team.
Yeah, but I mean, how would that even apply to like who wins and who loses? You know what I mean? Because obviously you're gonna win a match with your absolutely like ridiculously high tiered team, but it's like, oh, but I lost because like I was in negative points. You know what I mean? Get the fuck out of here.
I think
it would be hard. It would be hard.
You wouldn't be able to go negative points.
I feel like you misunderstand.
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
you would have your set pool, right? Say like Zero costs like 5 points, and you have a total of 10 points to use or something like that. Boom, Zero's already used a huge chunk of your team, and so you can't pick Dante, who's also 5 points.
Okay,
yeah.
As I said, that would change up the meta. Even though it would never be allowed on an EVO stage, because, you know, Sony's a professional company, Sony owns EVO now. I would love to see the like Ultimate Marvel 3 mod stuff getting a tournament of its own, because some of the things and the characters they're making in that look absolutely sick. And like I think me and Matt had a conversation a while ago about how like fan mods are the future of gaming. Because I mean, who wouldn't want video games that like you can add your own content to? Like you can make your own patches, you can do your own things. That would be sick.
Fan mods have been doing that for ever. I don't know.
Yeah, but I mean, I think we're hitting a new, just like there are more indie games coming out than ever before. I think we're hitting kind of a new plateau in fan mod creation. and creativity, and also like ease of ability to make. And I'd love to see some tournaments like the modded Marvel 3. I think that'd be some sick stuff. But yeah, I mean, it was still an okay tournament. I kind of fell asleep during grand finals, but everything else was dope.
Nice.
And yeah, I mean, Tekken was cool. Street Fighter was amazing. Marvel was fun. You know, the movement in Marvel is always amazing to watch, even though it's like, okay, 2 touches and you're dead. That's just how the game works.
Yeah.
But yeah, were there any other tournaments you guys watched?
Yeah. I mean, I think for me, the highlights in particular were EVO had a side tournament, a Project Justice side tournament. It was really fun to watch. It was pretty grassroots. It was really good, fun to watch. I was introducing some of the other people in the chat to like the game Project Justice and kind of got them interested in it, which was neat because I want to try to get people to play that game, right?
Now, is Project Justice called Rival Schools in America? I'm never sure.
No. So Project Justice is Rival Schools 2. But for whatever reason in the States, they decided to call the sequel Project Justice. And it might be called Project Justice Rival Schools 2 in Japan. I don't know. Either way, it was a fantastic tournament that I enjoyed watching with some other people. I think for me, the highlight mostly was having the EVO watch party here in the Discord with other people and getting to hear other people get hype and excited when cool moments happened on the stream. And a lot of it largely was us. Like, we had the multi-stream up. We had like all 8 channels going at the same time. We'd watch like a match of like Street Fighter 6. They'd switch, they'd have to rotate out the players. We'd switch to another game. We'd watch some like Garo or some Third Strike, keep like rotating. And it was really fun. KOF. Really good time. I think for me, one of the other major highlights of the tournament, other than like, of course, like Tekken 7 and largely all top 6s instead. I didn't watch Guilty Gear, was the only one I missed. Was the blind Honda player who he actually played Honda and used the disability settings on it, the accessibility settings on Street Fighter 6 to actually beat someone and send them to like the losers bracket, or maybe eliminated them.
He actually doesn't use those.
No?
No, he
does he use the audio cues?
Yeah, he uses audio cues, and he commented that like the constant beeping was actually more distracting than it was helpful for him.
Right.
Because he learned how to play Street Fighter 5 just like through pure audio cues. Like I've watched him a few times, and I've seen his YouTubes and stuff like that. So it was really cool to see him like actually like there on the stage playing and winning, even if it's with Honda.
Yeah.
Honda was the original Blanca.
For sure. And yeah. Check if you.
I mean, now Blanca's the new Blanca.
Blanca's the new Blanca. Yeah, Blanca's scary. Well, NAJD also makes him scary, but we're getting sidetracked.
But yeah, if you guys want to check him out, his name's Blind Warrior Sven, I believe his name, and yeah, it was really dope. And EVO is pretty poppin'.